County's not imposing anything on anybody. We want to find out what the people in that area want us to do.
An upstate community is gearing up for a town hall meeting Thursday that's expected to draw hundreds. It's a situation we first told you about last month.
The community of Powdersville concerned over the continued growth in the area. 7 News reporter Nicole Ford found out what options the community has and what you need to know as you head into the meeting on Thursday. Nicole?
Yeah, Tom and Diane, it's a conversation that started over 2 development projects last month. Well, now it's turned into talk of making Powdersville a town. But not everyone is on board or even knows what they want for the future of the community. And that's where the town hall meeting on Thursday comes into play. Buried along a busy Highway 153, you'll spot a sign welcoming you to Powdersville.
Powdersville is a community that is growing rapidly.
And the numbers back it up. County officials say the area of roughly 30,000 is growing at 3%, and the schools are adding on an average of 200 students a year.
It is not going to stop. They are coming. People will look back in 10 years. These were the good old days in Powdersville when there wasn't that much going on.
But since Powdersville's not technically a town, the people want to know what they can do to have a voice in these changes that impact them.
I mean, to pick up your kid, it's a 45-minute wait in line. So there's a big concern that the schools are already maxed out. There's a big concern about what are we doing with all the new developments in the area. Are we going to need more schools?
So a town hall is scheduled for Thursday at Powdersville High School at 6:30 to have a discussion about what the people want, like should the community stay unzoned.
If you have a nice house in a residential area and a goat ranch production facility moves next door to you.
If so, will it cost you?
Yes, because the value of your house is going to go down.
Should Powdersville become a town?
What are the boundaries of this town? I mean, do you want to be in town? No. Do you want to be in town? Yes.
All questions County Administrator Rusty Burns says the people need to answer before steps can be taken.
Zoning, incorporating, it may not be what the community needs. It just needs maybe a plan.
To find that answer, the community started a survey asking residents what they want. After more than 450 responses, there's no true leader. 22% responded no, 54% yes, and another 20% not sure. And most of the people who did take this survey and said unsure said they just didn't know what it means to be zoned or incorporated, and that's why they did fill out unsure. They're hoping that this town hall meeting on Thursday will tell them what all they need to know about their taxes, the schools, and the area that they love.
So, Nicole, if this movement to create a town does gain steam, moves forward, how soon might a town of Powdersville be in existence?
So it all depends on what they decide to do. You can become a town pretty quickly, but then it's how much of a town you want to be. Do you want your own police force? Do you want your own fire? Do you want a mayor? It's just all in the order of what they want done and how fast they can do that. But to become a town itself is pretty quick.
Yeah, a lot of decisions to be made here. We'll keep an eye on that. Nicole Ford, thank you.